All right, guys, I got a little something unusual here. This came directly from a company called Lee Valley Tools Limited, and I got it. It was totally blind. I had no idea it was coming from, well, I'm not going to read his whole name, from Brent up in Saskatoon, up in Canada. It came in a white box, and I really wouldn't have known anything about it. It came with keys and everything. Plain white box, just a paste box, no marking, nothing on it. But I noticed on the receipt it said trick lock, and that was a big clue. So anyway, I thought we'd try to figure this thing out together. It looks pretty interesting. I'm going to try. Oligar Star Gold, and I have no idea what ABR SCE stands for. I'm sure whoever engraved it on there knows, but they're not talking. It does look very heavy duty, nice thick steel side plates, heavy rivets going all the way through. But you notice when I shake it, it doesn't give that feeling of quality. You can hear it rattling, and that's the shackle rattling around in here. So I got to looking a little closer at it. And even though this is a rivet that goes all the way through and has been peened over on the back there, just goes right through here. It'd be easy, I think, to put a hacksaw and just go through that soft rivet. And then, of course, it would probably come open. But while I'm busy looking at that, I think I found an easier way. And the side of this is not real heavy metal. And there's a little tag right there. So I think if you got a screwdriver and you broke that little tag off, you could probably peel the side. I mean, it's very light tin, I think. You could peel it off the side and access it that way as well. That's no fun, though. Might even be able to shim it. I really don't know. But it is a trick lock. Let's try to figure it out. So as I'm looking closely at every side, there's got to be opening. And I see a little hole here, and that's usually, and I got the key here, that's when you shove the key in, that's usually where the tip of that key will fit when we shove it in from the other side. So it's right up, I got my thumb right at the bottom, so we really need to get our key somewhere right there. And probably, maybe it goes that way when it goes in. So there's something under here. Gotta figure him out. Well, none of these rivets are release buttons, I don't think. Right before your eyes here. Notice how built into the decoration we got that little pin there. I thought I felt something moving, and there you go. This little guy's moving, and when it moves, take a look at that pin. You can see he's moving. So let's mess around with him a little bit. Maybe when I push him, no, maybe I can push that. There we go. There we go. All right, that key, let me find the key, goes in sideways. Now, how did I know that? Well, because I tried it earlier, and when you shove it in there, it didn't line up with that keyhole, and it totally blocks. You can't go anywhere. So I knew there had to be something else, and there we go. That's how it worked. That's pretty cool. All right, it is apparently a lever lock. So I don't want to ruin one of these keys. I got 3 of these guys. So I did find one that Andy Mack sent to me. It looks like it's about the right diameter to go in that hole. And I'm going to have to do some serious grinding. I'm going to make a tensioner out of him. So I'm going to grind off basically everything except that last little bit. I'm going to keep my 3 keys because those are probably impossible to find. Let me grind this down, make a tensioner, see if we can't get this thing picked. All right, guys, that was a little bit trickier than what I thought. When I was grinding this thing, I used a power grinder, generated just a little bit of heat. Nothing, didn't discolor the metal or anything, but the end of the key fell off. It looked like it was just very lightly soldered on the end of it, and it just popped off. So ideally, you want this part. You want your tensioners, when you get done, to look something like this. You cut half of it off, and that way, when you slide that portion of your tensioner into your tool, those 2 bolts coming in from both sides have something to grip onto. In this case, I had to kind of fashion it like so. It's just barely crimped in there. I did cut the sides flat, but doesn't really seem to have any effect. I'm just kind of pinching it down the side of there. I did grind off the rest of this to allow me to get a wire in the top, and I cut the tip of it. It was much longer. I cut it so that it's about the same as the original key now. So let's See if it does tension it. What I have noticed when I slide it in there, see it flopping around there? So it's a little bit smaller in diameter than the original key, but I don't think that matters. As long as we see it, you can see it in the back kind of flopping around there. As long as we keep it centered, I am able to get it to tension. So let's try it. Move all this stuff out of there. We'll keep that. I will keep my wire, get all the rest of that junk out, and bring in the vise. All right. Slide this dude in there, sideways. Make sure that's going to work. He is going to be just a little bit at an angle there, a little bit cockeyed. But I think it'll work. All right, let me slide my wire in there. Get it down the groove, rotate the whole mess around. And like so, I'll put my hand under the camera, try to keep everything out of the way. I really hope you guys, let me turn it a little bit. You can maybe see what's going on here. All right, we are looking for, see, by the way, it is locked still. 1, 2, 3, 4, looks like 6 levers. Here we go. That wire's pinching just a little bit. Okay, there's one. I got a little turn on the tensioner. Hope that wasn't a false gate. So that's another trick. There's not really 6. There's really only 3 levers in there. What? What can I say? There you go. Open. The Aligar Star Gold. If you guys want one of these things, I mean, do you really want one? And I hope you don't. But if you do, I'll put the catalog, the product number for Lee Valley Tools Limited down there in the description. And so if you're determined you have to own one of these things, you know how to get it. Anyway, guys, appreciate your time. Stay safe. Stay legal. As always, I appreciate it if you click on that subscription button, mash it all the way to the ground. And you might as well click on that notification bell as well. So whenever I post a new video, you'll be one of the first to know. Thanks, guys. I've produced over 200 videos a year for the last several years and would really appreciate your support. All I'm asking is you subscribe, click on the like button for each video, and share them on social media. That's it. Thanks, guys.